everyone. This is Miss Yeagle. I hope you all are doing well. I miss seeing your lovely faces. I just want to let you know if you guys are a little bit stressed out or frustrated about technology, this is my fifth time trying to record this. And the first time I recorded it, I actually had it such that something was completely blocking um, the picture of me. So I thought everything looked great. Everything was finished. Went to watch the the video, and my face was completely blocked. Anyway, it's okay. We can get through this. Take a deep breath in. What I want to do today is remind you the purpose of this project and what this project is all about. Hopefully, that'll answer most of your questions. And then I'm going to show you some new features that I've added to this document because it is now hyperlinked. Okay, so this Tic Tac Toe project is the assignment that I introduced to you guys the last week that we had school. Okay, so if you recall, the purpose of this is, or for this project, you need to complete a winning tic tac toe board, which goes through the middle square. This means that you are completing the activity in the middle square and two connecting activities. Okay, two connecting squares. So you could do diagonal through the middle, diagonal through the middle. Most of you, if you recall, chose to do 1, 2, 3 across. Some of you, I think, we're doing up, down. Doesn't matter to me which ones, as long as it's connecting through the middle. Okay, so speaking of the middle and this board, you'll notice that there are quite a few blue words. Those are hyperlinks. So I'm going to click on it and click on the link and give it a minute. Okay, so if you're like, wait, what setting? I forget what setting is. Here is a picture. Hopefully you can see it and the links work. But here's a picture, setting. It gives you the definition of setting and gives you some examples of types of setting. Okay, other ones might not have a picture, but they might have a video. So if you click on that, I already have that up. If you click on that, it takes a minute. Okay, but there's a video on point of view. So you can watch that video if you're like, wait, I forget the different kinds of point of view. Here's a video that's going to help you because I'm not there to answer your questions. Okay, so these resources are there to help you with this assignment. Okay, so you'll notice there are lots of different hyperlinks that help you out. I want to draw your attention real quickly to the middle one. Everyone is going to rewrite a scene from a book, or it could be a short story in a different point of view. Okay. Now, again, you can watch the video, click on that to remember the different kinds of point of view. But what I want to show you is when you open this PowerPoint up, rewrite point of view, this has very important information. It's not just what is point of view. This is my expectations for this writing assignment. Okay? Because what I don't want you to do is just copy 3 paragraphs from a story and then change it from I to she. Okay? That's not what I'm looking for you changing from first person to third or third person to first. What I'm looking for is that this is at least 3 paragraphs, okay, that you consistently develop the point of view through those paragraphs, okay? So from beginning to end, if you change it to make it first person, that throughout the whole story, that person is saying I to talk about themselves. There's no accidental, oops, I left she there, right? Make sure that the plot is the same. The plot can be the same, but the perspective could be different. Okay. So, for example, if we're talking about COVID-19, right? Um, I mean, the general plot line of the last few weeks is that schools have been canceled indefinitely. We're moving into distant learning. Okay. That's kind of the main plot, the main event. However, your point of view or perspective on it might be different from another person's point of view, might be different from a news article that someone reads about, right? In a news article, it would be very informational. Uh, this group of students or students in MCPS have to do distant learning for a long time. They experience frustrations as well as joys. Okay. But if you're writing first person from my perspective, it might be something like, we have to go through this training for distant learning. And while it's kind of exciting, it has also been often very frustrating because most activities, most things have taken twice as long for teachers to work on and for me to work on and create. Okay. So again, keeping the plot the same, but obviously using different word choice. Okay. A baby describing or a little kid describing an experience would be different from an adult describing an experience. So think about if you're changing the passage to make it be from a different point of view of another character, how would that character describe in their own words? Okay, how would a child describe the experience versus a teacher versus a parent, right? Think about that. And then, where appropriate, also use unique thoughts and feelings of the character. Again, this part should be, somewhat, it's following the general plot, but be creative with this. Think about the character. How might the character be different, okay, or have different perspective, different points of view, okay. And I have just a quick example if you want to take a look at this on your own. Okay, this is just an example of a paragraph about the Grammys from a news article versus first person and Beyonce's fictional perspective of what happened. Okay, so you can take a look at that. Okay, so please take a look at all of these links. If you're working on that project, take a look at that link. Okay, but a few things that have changed as far as this project goes. First of all, we have come up with points, point value, and secondly, due dates. So each part of this project, 3 parts, right? 3 squares. Each one is going to be worth 10 points. It's going to be entered in the grade book as 30 out of 30. Okay. But your first square is going to be due Tuesday, April 7th by midnight. Your second square is due Tuesday, April 14th by midnight. Your third square is due April 16th by midnight. So I've broken that up into different chunks for you, okay, to help me check in with you, make sure you understand what's going on, and to help you make sure you're not procrastinating, okay. Last thing I just want to show you is all of these links. So these are stories, many short stories, and even 12 Angry Men, the play that we've read this year. Some of these short stories we have not read. They are short stories that either the 8th grade teachers recommend or the 8th grade teachers, other 8th grade classes have also read. Okay, so if you're bored, read a couple of these new stories that you haven't read. You can click on the links. Okay, but feel free to use any books that you are currently reading, any books that we have read in class, any short stories that we have read throughout this year, or any short stories here to complete the project. Okay. If you want to create 3 different projects on 3 different short stories or books, that's fine. If you want to complete all 3 parts of the project on 1 book, okay, like you decide you want to create it on guys, I'm blanking here. I've been recording too long. The Tasting of the Sky. If you want to complete the project on Tasting of the Sky, that is fine as well. Okay, so it's up to you. Email me if you have any questions. If you can't open links, please let me know as soon as possible. Best way to do that: email me through Gmail or send a message through Google Classroom because I get that in Gmail as well. Okay. Have a great day.